Motion graphics are everywhere, from product ads, marketing videos, YouTube tutorials, and short-form content. But what actually makes motion graphics look professional? In today's video, we are going to recreate exactly this inside CapCut. And along the way, I will show you the key principles that make your motion graphics look clean and professional. Alright guys, let's get started. First, we'll create a simple background using the first principle. So I will go to stickers, then I'll click on shapes, drag square shape in the timeline. That's selected. I'll go to the right side. On the fill color, I'm going to go for a plain, simple white background color. Then using the on-screen controls, I'll just increase the size to fill the whole screen. Then with that selected, I can convert it into a compound clip so I can drag it into the main story timeline. The next thing, we're going to introduce all the elements using the second principle. And this is the script we're going to work with. Videography plus video editing plus storytelling. Master these three skills and you can become great at content creator. So when you look at this, the keywords here are videography, video editing, storytelling, and also content creator. So I'll go back to CapCut, goes to stickers, and then I'll drag this in the timeline. That's selected. I'm going to shape it, use the on-screen controls, drag it towards this side, and also increase the size a bit on this. Next, I'll go to the right side. With the fill color, I'm going to be introducing some colors to it. So I can click on this, and the first color, I'm going to go for this very color. I can select that. Next, I will turn on the stroke color, go for the color on this side. Then with this, I'm going to use the color picker so I can select exactly the same color. Next, I'm going to go on the darker side so I can just drag it towards this side. The next thing I'll do, scroll down, and then I'll turn on corner radius. With this, I want to go for somewhere 20 to give me that round shape around it when you look at this. The next thing, I'm going to add drop shadow. Just click on shadow. It's going to give us this look. Then what I'm going to do is with the angle, I want it towards this side. And also with the distance, I want it closer to it. Opacity, I can dial it down a bit. The next thing, I'm going to bring in a text. Go to text, drag default text in the timeline, make it the same length as the shapes. Then when we go back to our script, the first word we're going to use is videography. So when I go back to CapCut, I can just put in videography. Next, I will select the font style that I want to go with. Then with the character, I want to bring them together. I'll go with -1. Then with the font color, click on that, use the color picker, and then I'm going to go for the stroke color, exactly that. Click on that and it's going to give us this look. Now what I can do is I can reduce the size a bit. Next, what I can do is select this file, make a duplicate and save it right here. We're going to use it later on. Then I can select these two files, Option or Alt-G to create a compound clip and make it as one file. Next, when it comes to CapCut, we are limited with compound clips. So I will select a freeze frame of that. Next, I will just delete the compound clip on this very one. So I can just use this very freeze frame file. Now, when we go back to our script, the next word is video editing. And I'll go back to CapCut, select this file, make a duplicate and drag it towards this side. Next, I will click on this file and disable that for now. Then with the next word, which is video editing, I'm going to have different colors to it. So I will start with the shape, select that. Then when we go to the fill color, click on that so we can change it to a different color. Then I'll go to stroke, use the color picker so I can select exactly that blue color and then I'll move it towards the darker side. Next, I will do the same thing with the text file. Select that, go to the color, use the color picker and select exactly that color. Then I will change the text itself to video editing. Next, I will make that as one file. Select that, Option or Alt-G to create a compound clip. Then I'm going to select a freeze frame of it so I don't limit myself when it comes to compound clips. From here, I'm going to repeat the same process and I will do that on the remaining words that we have. Now I have all the elements on the screen nicely arranged and I end up with something like this. The next thing to do is to animate all these elements on the screen to bring this static design to life. And speaking of bringing ideas and visuals to life, that brings us to today's sponsor, Luma. Luma is an agentic AI workspace built for creatives. It helps you develop ideas, organize your workflow, and create different types of content in one place. But one feature that really caught my attention is their new Skills feature. Skills allows you to set up a repeatable AI workflow once and then run it on different assets whenever you need it. Let me show you how it works. I have these two videos inside my project and I want to connect them with a smooth transition. With the two videos selected, I will add my prompt on this very side. And with the prompt, I'm like, use the ending frame of the first video and the opening frame of the second video to create the transition. From here, I'll click on enter. Luma will then create a smooth transition between the two frames and the videos. But instead of entering this same prompt every time, I can turn this workflow into a skill and reuse it whenever I need it. And to create a skill, I will click on the video. Then in the prompt side, I will add this very prompt, 10 days into a skill. From here, I will click on enter. Luma agent will ask me few follow-up questions before creating the skills. Once the skill is ready, I can run it on any two or more videos inside this project and create the same type of smooth transition. And this is just one example of what you can create with Luma. You can also use it for things like marketing visuals, product mockups, logo animation, social media content, and cinematic videos. This can be really useful for creators, marketers, and video editors who want to speed up their workflow and explore ideas faster. You can use the link below to try Luma for yourself or scan the QR code on the screen. Now we are back in CapCut and we're going to animate the element on the screen. Before we do that, let's move the top three towards this side. And now with the animation, I'm going to use an effect called Player 3. You can go to effect. I have it under favorites. I'll just drag that on that very file. And also you can use the animations that comes with CapCut. So with the Player 3 effect selected, I don't like the glow, so I'm going to take it off. Then with the texture, which is going to be this very music note, I'm just going to take it off too. The effects I'm going to be working around is setting on speed. And with this, I want it towards 10. And now when I play, it's going to have this smooth animation on the screen. The next thing, I'll take my player to the starting frame. Then I'll go 10 frames ahead and bring the second element. Next, I'll go 10 frames ahead once again and bring the third one. Now I'm going to add the same effect to these very two files. I can click on this, Command or Control C to copy. Then I will select these two files, Shift Command or Control V to bring the paste attribute. And with this, I just want to copy and paste only the effects. So I'll turn all these ones off. Then I'll go to paste. And now when I play, it's going to have this nice animation on the screen. Next, when we go back to our script, these three keywords is going to connect and bring out this very last word, which is content creator. And I'm going to use curved lines for that. And that brings us to the third principle. So with the curved lines, I'll go back to stickers, click on shapes and drag custom shapes in the timeline. And with that, I want that to start coming in right when the third element start coming on the screen. So I'll drag it towards this side. Before we start drawing on the screen, go to these three dashes and make sure you turn on rulers. This is going to bring this out. Then I can click on this side and drag a line towards the middle of the screen. Now I can start drawing by dropping first point on this side. Make sure you hold so you can stretch it this way and it's going to give you that curved shape. Next, I'll drop one on this side and hold and stretch it just like we did with the beginning one, and it's going to give us this shape. Next, what I'll do is go to the right side. With the weight, I'll go for 2, and now I can create a compound clip of this file. With a compound clip selected, I'll go to mask, add mask, and select film stripe. Next, I will bring it together, rotate it this way, and drag it towards this side. Now I can use this on-screen control to add some softness to the edges. Now I'm going to do the same down here, bring a custom in the timeline. That's selected. I'll start drawing. Let me take it a bit here, and I will start drawing on the screen. Click and hold to give you that curved line. Then I'll drop one on this side and do the same. Next, I will change the weight to 2, make a compound clip of that. Then with that selected, I can go to mask, add mask, film stripe, bring it together, rotate it a bit, and bring it towards this side. Just like we did with the previous example, I'm just going to add some softness to the edges. And now I'm going to bring in one last line. Just go to line shape, drag and drop in the timeline. That's selected. I can just move it towards this side. Then with the weight, I can go for 2. And now I don't need this very blue line, so I can just take it off the screen. Now with the top one selected, we can create a compound clip of that. Then we can go to mask, add mask, from stripe, bring it together, rotate it, drag it towards this side, and just add some softness to the edges. Next, I will select all the 3 lines and convert that into a compound clip. Then I will move it down or below all these files. Next, I'm going to animate the lines, select that file, go to mask, add mask, and select split. I can rotate it, move it towards this side, and drop keyframe on position. Now I'm going to use 30 keyframes intervals, and I want to remember that. So click on the background and drop a marker on this side. Now we can go 30 frames ahead and drop second marker on this side. Now I can select the lines and move the mask towards this side to reveal the lines. Now I can right click on this, show a preset, and just go for ease. Next, select all these files and make a compound clip of that. Make sure you don't select the content creator element. Let's move it towards this side. Now take your player to where you have the first marker and select this compound clip. Now we'll add keyframe to transform. Now we'll take our player to the second marker, make sure you select the compound clip and move it towards this side of the screen. And this is going to give us this look, and we need to make it smooth. And that brings us to the last principle. So with that, right click on the second keyframe point, go to show all preset, and I'll go with quad ease. Now I'm going to bring this towards this side, make sure it starts from the first marker. Then with that selected, I'm going to place it exactly where I want the end destination to be. Then what I'm going to do is go to Effect, add Player 3 to that very file. Then I can once again take glow off and also take texture off. Now with the speed, I can go for somewhere 10. And when I play, it's going to give us this look in the timeline. Let's work on that a bit. Take your player to the starting frame, select the file, and drop keyframe on transform. Now take your player to the second marker. Make sure you've selected the content creator element and drop second keyframe on transform. Now go back to the previous keyframe, and with the on-screen control, it's going to be showing on this side. We can just move it towards this side, and it's going to give us this look. And remember, we need to make that smooth. Right click on this, show preset, and I'll go with the same quad ease preset. So by following these 4 principles, you can make your motion graphics in CapCut look way better and keep viewers watching.